So to get this engine unbolted from here, I gotta do a couple of things. I've already got the hood and the side covers off, obviously. Gotta disconnect this electrical harness here, and then the throttle cable's gotta come off. I never unhooked this one. The reason being is I could still manipulate the whole unit here without having to take it off, so I didn't want to end up snapping the end of it off, but it looks pretty alright. So I'm going to take that off, the electrical harness, and then the fuel line coming off of the fuel pump's got to come off, and then should be about it before we unbolt it. So pulling a fuel line off of the fuel pump, snap the nipple right off of it, but you can see it looks like it's already been glued back on there once, so I'll super glue that on and then silicone around the outside of it, see if that's enough to hold her on there for now. Otherwise it's going to be another hiccup because I got to find one of those now, so see if this works. So the little nipple on the fuel pump seems like it's fine. It's held on there. I don't want to go prying on it yet because I don't have any silicone around it. But anyways, smartened up and started wearing safety glasses when I'm under things now. So these are 4 motor mount bolts. These are back 2 here and the front 2. So the bottom ones, the bottom heads are all 15 millimeter. And then the top 2 for the front are 17 millimeter. These 2 for the back just screw right into the engine, so you don't have to worry about diddling around with the top nut. Front wasn't too bad, but use the impact on it anyways. But should just have the 4 drive shaft bolts, which should be, I think you got to do them with a wrench, but that should be it, and the engine should be free after that. So drive shaft bolts are out now. That was probably the easiest part of this whole thing. I added them through the top since I destroyed the battery tray, since I was all ratted out. Otherwise, you go through the side here. On each side it's got an opening. Okay. Let's see.
Well, that's good.
Alright, so the engine's back in. As you can see, I got an electric fuel pump. Didn't hook that up yet. I wanted to see if the starter would work. So we had some issues. It was doing the same thing as before. I'll show you here. Accidentally snapped this off, the headlight switch dicking around in behind here. We're trying to see if the neutral safety switch was an issue. It was not. The seat safety switch, we just cut that out of the equation completely because you can see this thing is rotted apart and I'm not going to be bothering with that. So it did turn over after that. However, we had no spark. So thank goodness the points and condensers are up here. So you can see how rusty that is, and the point there, it's just about as rusty on that one side. So we'll clean that up and then we'll see if it'll have any sort of spark at all. We'll go from there. You want to do it? So for a little bit there, I couldn't get the starter motor turned on. The transmission neutral switch is fine. The PTO one was not, which I figured as much. It is very rusty, so it would disengage one part of the switch to let the light on the dash go off, but it wouldn't. Basically, the terminal's closed to complete the circuit when the switch is off for the starting circuit. So I just jumped the 2 wires in and out together so it'll start again, and I re-cleaned the terminals, or the points rather, so I had a little bit of spark on my dead battery. So I'm going to turn it over with the car and see if we can't get it to light a little bit of a chooch fuel down the hatch there. Well, I poured some gas down the hatch. She didn't want to fire at all. Plugs look wet, but I'm not sure if that's from the PB blaster and all the other crap I dumped down the cylinders.